Hello, sir.
Hi, sir. Tell me.
Sir, we are ready to go. Shall we start now?
Yeah, people are joined, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they started joining, sir. Actually, the students are joining in the live session, sir.
Okay. No, because here I could
Okay,
not see any
I'll give a
participants,
small.
so I just have.
Yeah. Because students are joining in the YouTube live, sir.
Sorry, sir. I could not hear properly.
You students are joining in the YouTube live session, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Fine. Dear students, let us shift our focus to an individual who embodies the perfect fusion of academic and industrial expertise. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jinto Thomas. Mr. Jinto Thomas done his B. Tech both from Sayadri College of Engineering. Around 7 years of teaching experience we have and 5 years of industrial experience. Currently he is working in Risconet service. Previously he worked in Infosys and Cymax. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Jinto Thomas. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your kind words. Okay. Actually, today I planned for the Angular, the basics of Angular. So that is one of the trending current technology which is used for web development. So as I had a discussion with Shailesh sir and all, I got to know, so okay, the people who are attending the session, they are second year students. So I'm not sure about
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm not sure how good that they are in a basic website. So I prepared very less content because even since they are second year students, okay, it will be difficult for them to understand most of the concept. So I thought of
Yes, sir.
giving some of the basic idea of the Angular and the just web. Okay, what was early, how it is, and what are the changes that happened. There's some basic changes happen, okay, from early to the current scenario. So I'll share my screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure.
I hope okay my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. So first things, okay, I just want to discuss about everybody like, okay, what is website? Okay, and I know, okay, everybody knows, okay, I mean, my presentations are visible, right, to everyone. I hope, yeah.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. Okay, so actually, it's like some generic terms. Okay, I just mentioned here. Okay, what is a website? Okay, it's a collection of web pages. We say, okay, so some of the and everybody. I mean, generally we know. It's like I don't want to discuss over some technical terms here. Okay, what is anyway? It is not some kind of theoretical or something like that. You're going to write exam or something. So as we see, okay, the website it's called okay, it's a collection of web pages. That's what like for example, if you take the Flipkart okay website, like everybody familiar with the Flipkart. So there we can see so many options of categories. So each the screen what is in one web page. So when you see okay when you're implemented and deployed okay, so multiple that web kind of web pages called okay, it's together we call it a website. So the how I think okay we just always okay we used to enter some URL we call okay that is the universal remote location okay that is indicating that okay so it call okay the world wide web okay that's one of the uh, internet section okay where all the websites are okay in the different servers it is hosted. So it is like every missions what you are okay that's deploying it is have one okay we IP address. I think everybody familiar with the IP address. So that means every missions will have some unique identifier of that is it will be differentiated by okay with one address like how our home how we identified where we are. So that based on that okay like that when one address. So it and it will have some different port number it's followed by. So like that when you're hosting okay we will actual scenario it will be given only the uh, so give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm just facing some network issue. Just 1 second.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Just give me just yeah. Yeah, so what I was talking, like, okay, so there will be IP address which is provided for everything. So usually, but it is very difficult for, okay, every user. Suppose if you want to go log into
Excuse
Facebook.
me, sir. Sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry
sure.
to disturb you.
Yeah, I
Sir,
didn't.
can you put
Uh,
this in a presentation mode?
it's in a presentation mode only,
Can you
sir.
put? Oh, okay, sir. Okay, fine, fine.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a yeah. What I was talking about, every see whenever the server wherever we they deploy our website. Okay, that also will not to be assigned with some IP address. So suppose if you have if you see some lakhs of website is there, okay, as a basic user, it's very difficult, okay, to remember, okay, what the IP address. So for that, okay, what we give, okay, some we call, okay, some domain name. It is still okay. So it's like a www.com. That is we call, okay, domain name. So that means Google. That's a domain name. So there will be, okay, internet service. There will be some server, okay, domain name server. That's what I mentioned here. Just, okay, the domain name server. So when you are typing that, okay, www, okay, the service provider what we use, okay, maybe it may be Idea or Airtel, whatever, okay, the internet service you use, okay, it will first to go to their server. So from there, okay, there will be, okay, that they'll be connecting to the domain server which is there in a World Wide Web. So there it will be there, okay, for the corresponding domain name what you type, okay, that is the corresponding, okay, IP address that will be stored. So like that, how this conversion will happen. Then all the communication happen when you're trying to log in, okay, any website, whatever it is. So for that, all these things will be decided, okay, that when you are the website hosting. So there are a different procedure for that. That what we do once the website or web application when you completed, because once we hosting to the main server. So we'll so we have, okay, different. Now everybody use the cloud spaces like, okay, AWS, Microsoft, like that different. So they will be providing, okay, we have to register to them, okay, then we'll deploy what them they will give one server location, then they'll give an IP address. So based on that particular location, we will be hosting or deploying all the website or application, whatever we are did. So after that, okay, that IP address is given. So then we have to tell that we have to register our domain name. What's the suppose URL? Okay, how the user can, okay, public, okay, they can access our website. So like that, there are so many procedures. So this is all about, okay, the website and some of the basic things which is happening during website hosting. So because even okay, this Angular also, why I'm talking about Angular things, so because Angular also one of the development tool which is used for, okay, the website or web application development. And see, it's like, see why the Angular or what there are, see the new technologies are important. Okay, see, this one is just example I took for as a Google. So in the left side of the screen, you can see, okay, that is some of the how the Google was looked in 90s. Like, okay, when we just in school time, this is how the Google website was landing page was looked at, and now we see the how the design everything has changed and it's minimized. So see it is like what there were so many evolution happened, okay, in the website of the first. When you see, there was, okay, the it was just one static page. There we cannot see, just document texts are displayed over there. And it was and later on, okay, like we call, okay, there is one of the factor which you can CSS styling, that is a cascade styling sheet we call. So that it is when that evolve happen, okay, there was a separation happen of the website the website documentation and styling for the graphics or whatever we include for that. So usually okay, the website will be written on some HTML language. That is the language is called. So for example, say this is what I just for sample I took, okay, how the HTML code is the website when you develop how the code use some of there's one language which is HTML language. It has its own syntax, its own tag, how it started. Okay, it's telling that okay, here the website content is started, and whatever the website the content that should be written in the body tag like that. So in the earlier handle, okay, the styling we used to tell, okay, suppose if you want to get red color, something the text what is coming, or if the background should be yellow color, so that we have to specify within this HTML file itself. So and the going on, okay, nowadays, I mean later on it is changed. Okay, there is a separation between the style, how we can okay, separate write it the styling for that. Style means like what is the color, what is the heading size, and what is the font size of that. So how we can written separately. So that separation why it was required. See, otherwise what happened means, as I said, okay, website it's a there are lots of pages. Okay, there are multiple pages will be there. Every you may have okay, some unique things we need to be displayed on the screen, like okay, the menu always look okay same font color when you move into one page to another, or the heading size and the content size color. So you might have some unique things to be need to be followed in the website. So in such cases and all, okay, every page is also every page like CSS, it will be lots of line of code, some HTML code what you write. We had to keep on the styling, we had to keep on writing for every file. So later on, okay, people started thinking, okay, we should have some unique way, okay, some particular only the separate file once if you return everything. So wherever we need, okay, that we can reuse it. So like that, okay, that's for that, okay. Later on, okay, some CSS style sheet is coming. So that's what I mentioned. Okay, there is a separation in content and design. And so later on, okay, in the 2000s, that time, okay, I mean the early 2000 and the end of the 90s. So the adding the graphic content, okay, how the technology is added, okay, that how we can add images, the videos, and how the videos can be played. So for that, some flash different players, what that we can the plugins we call, okay, that we can attach to the website. But there and all, okay, we had issues like okay, the loading time, because the website to display of some images, the size of that, the earlier internet speed, that also one of the factors. So like this, so loading time is one of the factors. Then how we can improve that speed, so how we can how the which is the way we can now display the web content. So like that, so many things that happen later. So like that, so one of the concept I can just for a brief I can tell, okay, lazy loading and all we call one of the techniques that was which is used in Angular. So it is like okay, you in the earlier terms, okay, if you earlier, okay, when you are trying to make a request for the web page, when you're loading, it will wait, okay, the complete response from the server, okay, to come back to receive on the browser. So once we go to the complete details, then it will start rendering or to the display to the screen or the browser. So it was a lot of time because it's a huge file, like as I said, okay, if the website contain image or loading. Sometimes, okay, the advertisement, some that image or some videos regarding to the advertisement. The user will not have a patient, okay, wait, okay, till that website to load. But whatever the content it might require, okay, it might display it. So what is the lazy loading? Like, okay, according to the whatever content is available, based on that, it will keep on loading it. So maybe it can be some of the list, like something like that. So like that, so then how the loading time and manage such evolution happen. Then it's like some CMS based website. So it is like see, it need not be the every content need not be load the each and every page with that the customer is changing. For example, we have okay the menu which is on the top of the screen of the website, and the down, okay, we can see the footer and some of the main content. So in that time when you're changing to one page to another page, okay, it's like every time you not be reload the complete web pages, only the content within that. So what happened is there are some of the technologies happen, okay, only there is a separation between okay that we call it a theming, we call it a theming, like okay, we had to set a particular theme. So that under that theme, okay, it's like there will be header and footer will be constant always the web page. Only the inside the content when your user changes operation, okay, it will keep on only that content will be changed. So that's what like a CMS website will called that is content management system. And as I said, then we have like a static website. From static website, it's evaluation happened to the dynamic website. So static website, okay, it is like the content is already predefined. It's never going to change whatever it is. Always the same content when whichever page. And see, now if you say okay, dynamic, now whatever it website is recommend dynamic. It's like as per the user input, the website content is keep on going to be changed. That's so that we can see the search bar. The earlier we didn't have an we don't have an option to search something. So based on the it's like sometime okay, the you want some I you see what you call some of the AI technology which is used in the website. So as per the it will be website will display as a recommendation to the customer as per the previous activities or in the system or in his account. So that's what okay, dynamically started. So that's what the evolution happened. Now okay, most of the website is it is having a single page applications because we don't have a multiple page at a time. Everything will loaded, and there will be one link will be given when you click on that particular link. Okay, just scroll to that particular location. So that is single. So it everything in a single page. We don't. So again, we should not think okay that's website. The meaning is not going to change because it's a single page, but it's a multiple page. Okay, it's grab it to okay single page. So that's not moving to or not getting okay transferred from one page to another another page. It's like when you're clicking my link, okay, to the same page itself, the content will be displayed. So now we just come to Angular. So before coming to the Angular, so the earlier okay, it is the first starting version of the Angular was known as okay Angular JS. It is some of kind of okay some library. It was not some of the. It was not a platform. It was some of the library. The file which can be included. Okay, so it had okay so many disadvantages the performance wise and all, and the maintenance purpose because I suppose when you want to make changes, lots of one area if you are making the effort, okay, it was impact was happening on the multiple pages, multiple locations. So like that, so many disadvantages were there. Okay, that means then later on, okay, they come up with okay Angular. That means the next version. That's a started name. That's Angular. That's generally called like Angular 2. So now it's the latest of the current okay that stable version which is using Angular 3. Is that means so many evolution happened. So but generally we call okay it's okay Angular. So if we are people are still some of the people are using the old technological Angular JS also. So that's how we separate as if it's whether it's Angular JS or Angular. So the Angular and Angular JS I guess separate okay the structure how they define the website program. So that's what okay, I guess, and what happened means okay it is a provide a framework okay how like okay with the way to implement okay to deploy or develop a website or web application. So we call okay it is a component based one of that is what it's like suppose if you have your application have okay 10 page, there will be a 10 different file okay, as per their structure okay that in structure called okay MVC structure. It's one of the design structure it is called used okay in Angular. The MVC full form is okay model view controller. So it is like see we are separating the entire application mainly into three parts. Like so we have some set of group of code or some group of project where we call okay
Jinto, sir.
yeah
Sir, your slides are not moving.
slides are not moving.
Yeah, sir.
So now it is sir it is a I think
Uh,
I'm in the page of which is displaying okay what is Angular and now the that four content is displayed. I think
no, sir.
because my laptop, personal laptop, had some issue. Then I was started using my office laptop.
Okay. Can you share? Can you stop the sharing and
Yeah, that's
screen
what I
and
will. Yeah, I will.
yeah.
How about now, sir? is there able to see my
Uh,
screen? So already I'm sharing my screen. What about how about now?
okay, okay, now still we can't see.
What about now, sir? We are able to see my screen.
Uh, just a minute, sir, just a minute. No, sir. No.
I don't know what is the issue. Let me just I log out and just log in again and log in and
Yeah, sure, sir, sure.
so how about now are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, I can see the screen, sir. I can see the screen.
Okay. The presentation are able.
Uh, yeah, I can see the blank screen now. But yeah, now it is visible, sir. Now it is
Yeah.
visible.
Okay, fine. Okay, so what I was talking means okay, like the how the website the libraries are given MBC architecture one of architecture which is used for the development. So we'll call it as a model and view is controller. That's what the entire application will divide into three different part. So like the model means okay, I think see everybody knows okay there whatever information okay when you are inserting or saving something or when you are trying to select it, it is stored somewhere and or getting it so maybe it's something database it's called like a database okay, where we store so something related to the operation okay, which is related to getting some information into database or updating the information to the storage and that interaction things so that will separate we separate it so that we call like a model and one more call okay something the view that v means view that means the whatever is the view related that means whatever it is the ui related which can be visible to the user okay that set of code okay with a set of html code things and css styling that related things will be okay in we call it the view so there will be separate category of code will be separate is maintained and in the controller that means so that interaction like okay when you are user from the ui user when you do some action how to handle where to request to be forwarded what we need to fetch from the db or what we need to update to the db or what we need to store okay, new things to the DB, such things. Okay, so regarding that information, so like that a controller program will be there. So like that we are separated. So earlier what happened means, so we used to do everything in a early structure. Okay, everything is single set of code. So if you want to change one particular thing, something like UI, you have to change. Means again, we have to do change in the backend activities. What is supposed to do. Now what we do means we are making a sense and separation from the every entity of the project. That means a UI, the backend related issues, and something related to okay that interaction. So we are making separate that time. So we no need to change everywhere. We have suppose for example, okay, we in the backend we may telling okay when the user make this particular request, we get a one object of which it contain any kind of information. So like that, okay, to handle that, we have written some set of code in the backend. So earlier it was not like it. So it is for I think the for the present knowledge what you had is very difficult for me to get to the complete knowledge to you guys. But I'm telling you, okay, one basic idea. Just understand that there is we the development happen. Okay, that the three different separation. Okay, when it's the Angular, so model and view and control. Model is some set of okay that the storing operation we have some separate set of coding, separate which is different files. Now and for view purpose, whatever record we have has different set of files, and coding some controller something like interaction between okay the whatever code we written for storing information, and from the UI that communication. For that we have some controller we call that's a different set of code. So maybe in a CCP, okay, first year, I mean the C programming language, okay, when you're writing, okay, we write one single programs. So that's one set of actions you're doing it. Like that, okay, different set of actions, a different set of coding we have been doing it. And it is also this Angular, okay, this will provide some set of libraries like to do different kind of operations. Like say now, like when you are clicking one particular menu, okay, which page supposed to be loaded. So for that, as we in the beginning only we should tell okay what okay when this is I have a set of menu. Okay, this is if your user is clicking this particular link, okay, which the file should be loaded. Okay, what how to like that. For that we call like that's we call like a routing. And some of the protocol okay, that is it provides some of the protocol to provide the interaction. That means here mainly a website will use a HTTP protocol. That means protocol means like some of the set of rules, okay, how the communication happens. So when the user click some particular link, or when your user trying to communicate, how the communication happens. If it's whether it's some is that website need to have some authorization is required. Like okay, when you are suppose when you are trying to access particular URL. So like okay, for example, okay, I log into my Facebook account from my system, and that I logged in, and URL if I share to someone, the same page may not be able to see by you, because for that either you have to need some authentication. Either you should be knowing my username and password, or okay, you should by log in with your username and password. And and for that again they will check okay as per the Facebook okay the policies to access that okay whether that page you have any a privilege. So like the some of that set of rules. So for that okay that rules provide okay some of the protocols. So here for website application we use okay HTTP protocol. That generally we use. And again as I said okay some of the library it is provided for validation. So like for example, you might have seen okay some when you are writing the URL, or sorry, when you're writing creating a new account. So they have some set of specification that username should be like this, or password should contain okay character, or and like capital normal and number and special character like that. So early I mean there are some earlier what it is supposed to do means okay we need to write a code for that when you're entering that okay some validation. Okay, how to validate that whether user entered okay proper okay as per the terms and policy what is the as per that, whether you enter okay whatever constraint what the application developer provided, same you are same set of password whether is entered or not. If not okay, so so we have to write that validation whether it's containing okay capital letter like that. So now we have some set of okay generic password settings. So such kind of okay libraries already provided by the Angular. We don't need to write the code for that. We can make use of the libraries. So it's like in the C program, and we use okay system dot write, or sorry not system dot write, if you are using printf or print out. So that is some of the set of code is written for okay already written library. You are make using you're telling okay hello come on the screen, but you didn't write anything for okay or whatever it how display to the screen, but that is done by that printf function. So it is like some of the library already written by someone else okay who developed that C programming language. So like that similar way okay the Angular JS also it's a different validation for other purpose. The pre-written library programs are there, so we can make use of it. So nowadays again, you don't need to write everything. There must have some of the validation functionality is already available, which is written. That means some generic. But only things if you need to have some specific validation things or something which is not available anywhere, then only you need to have a write a code. So such set of things, okay, Angular, the libraries will be provided. And so obviously, when you are developing any tools, okay, we have to test or we have to build up for that the build and run. So when you're writing the C program, so we compile it and build it. Okay, then only we are able to see the output. So like that, we're the building. Okay, for that, okay, there is some like tools, building tools is there. So that we call like NG server like that and also. And the testing tool, obviously, there are different way we can text. Okay, there are when you go testing means okay, where we are checking our implementation. Okay, whether it's properly we matching all the requirement to be given what we the customer needed. So if you when you go for IT or when you come to the IT, see there will be okay, some of the companies will be there okay service based or a product based. So the company which I worked it was something it was a product based with called Semnox. That means it was our own product. We are giving the customer, we are telling this is the we only made okay what the application should be, what are the functionality should be. So we designed that. So then we tested based on that whether whatever we planned everything it is there or not. For that okay we will be writing test cases. We call okay what's what are the functionality we need to test, what should be the input for that, or what should be output for that, like that. So whether they matching that, whether whatever when you're running your application, okay, whether it's matching or not, how it is like some of the activities when you do in your exam, like okay, that is one of your lab exam. You will be write one program and you will execute, and you will see the how you verify whatever program you written properly. Or not. We have some set of inputs, okay, some common set of inputs, okay, which we can use to validate, okay, whether our program is correct or not. For that, we'll give some input, and we know what should be the expected output, and we'll see that whatever output we got, okay, as per okay, the expected or not. Then only we'll tell, okay, our program is working fine. But it's not only with one input we cannot tell that okay, one input output we cannot tell okay our program is right. There will be different scenarios, okay, we need to validate. So like that, for that here in exam, okay, you just manually, some of the input, we'll just manually run it. But when it comes to testing, okay, we used to, there are okay set of okay automatic automation in the testing or in manual testing and automation testing. In the manual, right, we will document it. Okay, but this should be the input, this should be the output, and we'll see that for this input, our application behaving properly as per expected or not. If it is matching, okay, we'll tell okay test pass. Otherwise, we'll tell like a test fail, and we'll tell the developer okay there is some issue, you have to work on it. So and upon that, it's like it's not only that the tester will test the application, the developer using as a developer we also has to test. So there are sometimes some two way of things we follow. Either we'll write okay manually, we just write it down okay what are our things we need to test it and we check that, or else we'll write a code for that, some sort of other project will create okay to validate that, then we'll run that project. So that means we don't need to worry. Finally it will give okay if you return up for us if you have some 10 test case means we have to write it code for okay 10 function for okay validate the 10 scenario, and we write one program for that, we'll run that project. While running that project, that's for that there are different tools, some libraries is provided. Finally we'll see the result, okay, how many test case failed, how many test case passed. So you don't need to worry, that only we need to write, it will only tell that okay how many test case fail, how many fault. So then we need to validate okay which test case failed, okay, then we need to fix, then we'll understand okay there is something we need to fix it, then we need to understand that okay what which case it was failing, then we need to modify it. Then after that okay it will go to the test. Once it is done everything done, okay, it will go to the testing team. Then testing, they have different setup, there may be maybe they may be testing some scenario which we don't know also. So then it may go to the testing team again, it will come back to us, then again we have to rewrite the code. That's on some of the procedure what you do in an IT. in the IT companies. So for that, as for development purpose, okay, we have some testing tools. So that also, so even Angular also provides some set of tools for the writing the testing in our the applications. So when I'm telling it's Angular, okay, it's purely based on only in the the front end things. Okay, the back end, okay, they will have a different platform that either it can back end code, either Java or .NET, even C++. Okay, that is used. Okay, C language, that different. Okay, that different backend programming it is there. So backend things, okay, just for okay all the interaction that to happen, okay, to store or when the communication to the network. So now I just want to tell, okay, what are the prerequisites for okay to learn Angular. So actually, when you think about the Angular, it's very less things to learn, but it's tough to start because thing is like before going to Angular, we should be knowing okay many of other technologies. That's what I mentioned. Okay, it's very easy to understand, but it's very tough to get started because there are so many things. Okay, we need to learn before you go into the Angular. So one thing, okay, that is we call I said it's not HTML, basic HTML things should be knowing, and CSS styling, how we can do the styling, and we should be knowing okay JavaScript or TypeScript because that is one of the programming type languages. Okay, that I mean it's like a it's not a back end code, it's a front end code, so that you should be know. And to start with that, okay, you need to be there is some installation procedure. Okay, how you need to install the Angular on your system, and upon that, uh, what should be the uh, there are some of the packages so that Node. It is some of it is kind of what I can tell. It's the one of the library which will support okay the run the JavaScript or TypeScript program. So one second, I'm getting call from Shailesh sir. Isn't my slides are visible to everyone, or is still your people are facing? Is that my presentations are not
No, sir.
moving?
Just now it is off.
Okay, just now Shailesh sir called me and telling okay now the presentations are not moving. Or actually I'm changing it. What about that? Now even now it is what is the content you are able to see on the screen?
So now we can't able to see anything. But before that, you were in the slide. What is the Angular? That mod libraries and all. That
Okay,
point.
yeah, that is fine. Now actually I move to the next slide.
Okay.
Even now, okay, now let me share my screen. I think I'm not sharing now, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So what about now, sir? What is you're able to see my screen?
No, sir. No, sir. We can't see the slides.
I'll try it in different way. I guess.
Okay.
Even now,
Yeah, now it is visible. Yeah, now it is on presentation mode. Yes, correct.
press it. Okay, fine.
Can you please change the slides once?
Yeah. Okay, this content is coming, right? I'm just
Yeah,
changing.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Now it's proper. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Please carry on, sir.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, actually, sorry, okay, I didn't know that the slides was not changed. So that's what I was talking about. Okay, there are so many things. Okay, we should be learn. Okay, before when you start learning about Angular, so it is like, so you should be knowing about HTML coding and CSS coding and TypeScript or either JavaScript. Okay, it's TypeScript is a subscript of okay, JavaScript. So either once you should be knowing that. The rest of the things, okay, once it will come okay in the uh, Angular installation. So to do that, okay, the start with Angular. The first thing, okay, we need to have the Node PM. That is Node, one of the application. Okay, the programming setup which is required. Okay, some that will provide some of the libraries. So which will okay to capable of making okay TypeScript or JavaScript whatever is writing for that writing okay to compile. Usually okay in the most of the time okay people will use the browser only to debug the program because uh, the browser has okay some set of the Chrome browser okay, it has some set of library we call okay it's a V8 uh, JavaScript V8 JavaScript engine okay which is support so like it has but even if you when you are writing a code okay beyond that without the support of uh, any browser or something if you want to execute or when you're building the project so we don't have any other JavaScript engine okay to build the project so for that we need to install okay, that node that is like a node okay package node package we need to install it. So then the Angular CLI, that is the library, so as I said earlier, okay, which support for okay to run the build Angular applications. So the main thing, as I said, okay, should be having the basic knowledge about HTML, CSS, and there is some of the the CSS, the latest technological Bootstrap, okay, a different version, and the JavaScript libraries or TypeScript. Either one of these, okay, should be basic, should be knowing that to start with the Angular. So, but later on, it will be very easy to understand like, how the structure out. But if without knowing this, okay, basic things, okay, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and all, it's very difficult, okay, to move further with start to work with Angular. So that means the generally fit the basics of the website development should be knowing that. So the steps it is like okay, how you uh, start install a step. Okay, first we need to install the node and install the Angular CLI. So I will show that okay, how we will install that. Just actually, I installed, but I will just show the base. I have to share my entire screen. So you guys are able to see my screen now?
Mm. Yes, sir, yes, sir. We can see.
So this is one of the editor, okay, which we use for that visual code. Okay, you'll be aware about this. The application visual code okay, which is mainly I used to write okay code Angular website development. So this is one sample project I created. So I just tell okay how you create the project. So usually as I said the first step I told okay we need to install okay node. So usually what we do means okay I'll go to Google the first install the node I'll just okay node.js I'll type search for okay node.js download. So this is an official website for node.js. So the initial setup what we do okay when you start with installing. Now we can see okay the different version okay with respect to your computer. Okay, mine is 64-bit. So now here you can see the current version. Okay, usually I used to go for okay the stable version. The current version is 21 and the stable version is 20. So we'll go, okay, the required as per your system configuration. Okay, we will install that tool. Then, okay, as we install like other software, we just right click and install it. So after that, okay, so we'll be able to check that whether it got installed or not. So we should go to our command prompt. After installation, okay, we'll check that. Okay, this is one command we use node. Oh, this is one way node minus v. So since it is okay, my system okay install okay, it was old version. Okay, this is the one the current version we working on. So the version it will show, and we can check that our npm the node manager. So which is it is allow us to install okay Angular JS. So that will be always okay different version. Okay, that will be so that by default will get installed when you are installing a node. So npm also will get installed. So with that part of that, and after okay we installing the Angular, the next things okay we what we do means okay we will be installing the CLI. So usually what we do means okay some sample project okay we'll come to the file. Okay, here I will just for tiny close folder. We'll come to the file, and usually we'll open the project. So we'll not open the project. Okay, we'll open the folder where the project is containing. So I used to what's the path? Here it is train. Okay, so I'll directly go here. I forgot the path it is. So you open that where the project it is, and what we used to do means to start a project either from okay now in the editor only it will give like a terminal. So we'll click terminal and new terminal. So here you'll get the terminal window where you can install our Angular CLI. Here, so I already installed it. So that's what you could see. Okay, that source file, other Angular libraries, idea, node modules, like that you can see that. So how we need to install means okay, we'll come here command okay for and some move to the particular path okay where we are installing our project. Then we have okay the command to install the Angular JS. Sorry, not Angular, not Angular, is Angular. So we will type npm, that is a node package manager that will help you to okay install all the packages required for Angular development. Then the command is like okay npm. I think don't know, my screen is very small. Okay, npm. We'll type install, then minus g followed by @Angular /CLI. Then we press enter. So that time okay it will install. Now I cannot run here since this is my office machine. So it will take some time with the respect okay the all package to be installed. So here in the next line you will be able to see some loading window and some of the instruction what is happening. And if something's wrong in that okay it will show in some in a red color okay some warning message. Otherwise some warning message it will come and it will tell okay install successfully and come back to the same terminal. So after that okay if you want okay test your application how to run they said okay here you can see I say the ppt I said that's ng new okay that is the one command we used okay build the project. Then okay after building a project okay to run that okay our project every installation is working fine or not. When you're installing okay but some by default files will be loaded, some of the content will be stored. So then what we supposed to do means we need to run one more command. We should go to that particular the project path in the command prompt. Either from the command prompt you can go to move to that particular path, or else as I said okay go in from the project folder, come to the terminal and click new terminal. And one more thing okay I forgot okay now when I clicked on new terminal here it will show okay PowerShell. So don't use okay the PowerShell. It may most of the it will not some of the time it will give some error. So when you're clicking okay new terminal, you make sure that what it is coming. If it's coming in PowerShell, the drop down you can change. You can make it a normal command prompt. Okay, that means now it is CMD. So what we do means okay ng serve. That's the one. Sorry, okay, I didn't tell okay how to install the how to create a new project. Now I told only about the previous command. It was just for creating the installing the Angular library. Now to start a new project, now you can see, okay, in this, now the folder name is, okay, first app. So before I was in a, I supposed to be in a CD, the folder, okay, it was in the training folder. Then now when I want to create a new project, what I should type, new followed by, so sorry, first ng new followed by the project name. Now for that I given, okay, the project name is a first app. So I'll typing, okay, first hyphen app. Then I press enter. Okay, it will what again, like as I said, that all the installation happen. That app environment will be created by using all the ng models, like that. All the files, other libraries, the basic libraries required for, okay, to work the Angular app, the source folder, and this is the source folder where we write all the program, whatever content we need to add here. This is some by default, okay, app the component size component which is required to execute the Angular app. Then if you need to have, when you start working on your project, for each page, okay, we'll be creating, okay, different component, so that is still more wide, okay, that there are so many things we need to learn here. So other than that installation, okay, this is how we create the project. After creating the project, okay, just we'll check that whether it's all the installation, everything is was fine or not. For that, what we to do means, like ng hyphen sir. So we need to wait for some time, so it will start loading the, start building the app, whatever just we installed. So it will tell, like I say, browser applications bundles. That means it is kind of, okay, deployment that happens, okay, like what are things content supposed to be displayed for, okay, in this website also, I mean into the browser also. And it will tell, okay, there is we can browse and check, okay, whether the application working fine or not, HTTP localhost. So we need to go to that URL. So now I just given, okay, one content, okay, my first app. So this is how, okay, this first process, the basic things, okay, the first process what you do, okay, when you are start with the Angular. Then this sort of things, okay, I cannot because I not planned for, okay, this particular talk, because there's a vast, okay, there are so many things you need to tell. This is I just want, okay, just some brief idea, okay, how we start with the Angular. So that's what I always all about today. Okay, I just planned to, okay, give a talk. So the if anybody, okay, like, okay, want to have, okay, any practical knowledge, like how we will start working on Angular and all, okay, just please contact your sirs, okay, let me know so I can plan something. But because within 1 hour, this is one thing, so much I can come up with that. That's the reason, okay, I just reduced only 1 hour, because if I go beyond this, okay, it will be above your knowledge level, because I don't know what is the current knowledge level you have. Maybe, okay, you might have earlier, if you learned, okay, website things, okay, it's well and good, okay, that otherwise the first thing, okay, to start with the Angular, you should learn about all the website development basic. And this is one of the current emerging technology, okay, called Angular, okay, which is used for web application development. I'm not telling not only the Angular, there are some other platforms also available. So it's all about, okay, the people wish, okay, like which one you want. But it's like almost structure will be almost same, the current technology whatever it is, almost structure will be the same. And the main thing, okay, is how these technologies are coming at, okay, how to development should be easy, and how we can make, okay, independent, okay, coding, okay, that will be easy for test, or easy for modification, the coding. And as a industry, when it comes to industry, okay, it is like, okay, it's not randomly we type some code, we have some set of protocol we need to follow. So it will be there are some, we call some good practice, okay, some like, okay, the way writing the code, the way we write the function name, the way we write the variable name. So maybe in our, okay, that's some of the good practice you need to start, okay, before coming to the industry. So it is like, okay, so my just one additional suggestion, okay, other than, okay, Angular, okay, when you start writing any project or write, okay, where even if you lab programs, start learning, okay, the variable names, okay, the properly. Like, okay, stop writing, okay, like if suppose swap two variable int A into B, stop using such kind of practice, okay, when it comes to industry, okay, the way the scenario is completely different. So why I'm telling you guys means, okay, that's what, okay, I didn't know that, okay, when my engineering term, okay, how that. So it's like keep practice, okay, giving a meaningful naming for variable, meaning meaningful name for, okay, the function. Let it be, okay, the variable name is little lengthy, that's not an issue, but there should be meaningful name. Start practicing by giving meaningful naming conventions, because the program what you're writing, okay, that might be used by someone else. Okay, tomorrow you'll be in the company and you may shift to other company, or else, okay, you'll be working one project later. Okay, that implement some enhancement work will go to, like, someone else. So the people who working on, like, next, okay, they should be able to understand, like, what the code is written. So that naming thing something will help. This is one just glimpse. I just suddenly it came to mind. Actually, it was not part of this. So who are, okay, interested, okay, to develop an Angular, okay, please let me know. And also, okay, before coming to start learning Angular yourself, or taking some tutorial, so make sure that you will have, okay, basic knowledge about, okay, all the website development activities. This is, okay, just 1 hour, okay, which I can give, some glimpse of idea, okay, what is a website, and what is how the Angular is working, and how the first step, okay, to start, how you need to install everything. I just want to give a brief idea on this. That's all. Thank you.
Jinto sir, actually it was a very meaningful and a beautiful session. Actually, a lot of things we got to know from what exactly this Angular JS and where we can use, how to use. You have provided a detailed roadmap for the students, how they can start with the things. Actually, now the VTO has also introduced this in the each semester as a syllabus. So
Okay.
I think it is one of the advantage for us. Today's session was an advantage for us,
That's
for both to students as well as the faculties. And
okay.
actually, sir, any other, I mean, can you suggest some best materials for this Angular JS?
See, I suggest, okay, just for basic learner, okay, either you should go some. I done learning did a Udemy course only. There was some one other, okay, I can share you the later one of the Udemy course which I
Yeah,
attended.
sure,
That
sir,
was
sure, sir.
that was very useful. And also,
Yes.
I think just for, okay, beginner, okay, if you want to know, okay, as a documentation means, okay, tutorial point, okay, whatever they given, okay, that is the content is very good. It is very I
Okay.
mean, like, okay, very prescribed, okay, that is very small things, okay, we can get a basic knowledge. If you want to go to some detail,
Okay.
that is about Udemy. I'll share that course, which I gone through it during
Okay,
my
sir. Okay, okay.
development activities. Then it's all about, like, sir, all of the practical. With practical you'll get a more idea, because when you go for a tutorial courses also, as I feel, because
Mhm.
we'll get idea, but actual the scenarios you will get to know, okay, when you start working and doing something. So it will be like, okay, we will be just focusing on what he teach only so much, because my learning process started, okay, when I started working on an Angular, when I was working on my project then itself. But yeah, as a starting, okay, I can provide you the link, okay, later I can share you guys, okay, that you can start with that.
Uh, okay, sir. It will be helpful for us.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, sir. I asked the students. They are not having any questions. Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, on behalf of Srinivas Institute of Technology and Department of EC and Computer Science and Business Studies, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude for your insightful presentation, sir. It was a very good one.
Yeah, so thank you, sir. It was my
Uh,
pleasure, okay, to give, okay, just to transfer my knowledge of
we are
whatever it's
looking
possible.
forward again, sir. We are looking forward for more session on this Angular
Oh,
JS.
okay, sir, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
think actually,
And thanks for providing me an opportunity to just share my knowledge to others,
yes, sir.
students.
Yes, sir. Actually, Shailesh sir and Surya sir was a bit busy today, so they
Okay.
couldn't able to join. I think later they will communicate with you, sir.
Yeah, he called, Shailesh sir called me that. Actually,
Yes, yes,
Shailesh
yes.
sir is he was my lecturer, he was my project guide.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you so much.